Hi folks, this is Math Physics for you. Today we're starting with the question of finding the gradient of a straight line. Now, what does gradient mean? The gradient means the slope. Let's say we are talking about a straight line. Assume we have a horizontal straight line like this. This is a flat horizontal straight line. So no matter how far you go along this straight line, the height doesn't change. So there is no change in the rise. And then we say that the gradient or the slope of this straight line, horizontal straight line, is 0 because the rise is always 0. So we can write gradient equals rise over run. In this case, the rise is 0 over run, which will always give you 0. Okay, so that's the basic gradient of a horizontal straight line. Now, assume you are going up along a street, going up along a mountain. So you will have your slope increasing. Let's say the rise is 4 meters for every 8 meters run. So in this case, your slope or gradient will be the same thing, rise over run. So that will be 4 over 8. And if we simplify this, that will be 1 over 2. So this means that for every 2 meters you go horizontally, the increase in height is 1 meter. In this case also we can say the gradient is positive. So this gradient is positive. And positive gradient means you are going up. The opposite to that is the negative gradient. Assume you are going down. So if it is like that, so you are going down along the street. So in this case, the gradient will be negative. Okay, so in this scenario, we are starting at A and going down to B. So the height is decreasing this time. We are going down because the height is decreasing. So we have a displacement or a rise of -4, not +4 as the case before. So the rise is -4 over run. Okay, run stays positive. And if this is simplified, this is -1 over 2. So in this case, we say that the gradient is negative. Alright, so to summarize, gradient represents how steep a straight line is, and it's equal to 0 if it is a flat, and it's positive if it's going up, and it's negative if it's going down. Okay, now we'll use this concept to find the equation of straight lines if we are given the coordinates of the line joining 2 points. Let's say a line is joining these 2 points. A with coordinates, let's say this is x is 2 and its y is 0. And this one, it's x, it's point B, it's x, let's say 5, and its y is 0. This is going to be, the gradient going to be equals to 0 because there is no change in y. As you can see, the height is the same. It's equal to 0. So there is no change in height. Y remains constant. So since y equals 0 remains constant, then there is no change in height. Change in height or rise. So gradient is 0. Equals 0. But we can apply the formula that students use in schools, which says that the gradient m equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is the change in height or the rise, and this is the change in x or the run. So in this example here, let's say this is y2, so you have 0 minus 0 over x2, which is 5, starts from the same point, so 5 minus 2, so that gives you 0 over 3. So 0 over 3 is 0. So that's again give us the slope equals to 0 for a flat line. We can apply similar strategy. Given 2 points now, A and B. Let's say A has its x equals to 0, whereas now point B has its x 5, but its y is going up. Let's say this is equals to 2. So similarly we can apply the formula for the gradients. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and in this case y2 is 2 and y1 is 0 over x2, which is 5 minus 2, so that gives you 2 over 3. So this is the slope or the gradient of this straight line. Let's assume there is another point C here. So C, its coordinate x is, let's say, 6, whereas its y is 1. So this means there is a change in height, but it is decreasing change. So the rise is going down. Y was 2 and now it's 1. So let's say we want to find the gradient of BC. So gradient of BC, gradient of BC m equals change in y. Sometimes we use the word change in y like this triangle delta. This represents a change in y over change in x. So this is change in y over change in x, or rise over run. Okay, for this case we have y2 is 1 minus y1, which is 2. We go in the same order. X2 is 6 minus x1 is 5, so that gives you minus 1 over 1, so minus 1. So as you can see, the gradient here is negative, as we discussed before. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please subscribe. Thank you.